What's going on, guys? Another video. Sorry for the little 2-day break. So 2 days ago I went to the gym and I was gonna film on the way home, but I started listening to music and then I went and got food and I forgot, so that was unfortunate. And then yesterday I took a rest day because of school and fuck ton of work, but we're back, and that's all that matters, is that we're back and we're making another video. And the topic for today's video is going to be a pretty broad topic, but for the most part it is why school is kind of scamming you, or colleges specifically are kind of scamming you and kind of not. It depends on what you do and I guess what classes you take, but for why it is scamming you, a little context about me, if you don't know, I am a junior petroleum engineer, and that means I'm taking some pretty high level classes. I'm taking thermodynamics, petrophysics, what else am I taking? And then civil engineering class, mechanics of materials. And those are hard classes. Those are valuable classes that you can't just learn. You can't, it's not common knowledge. You can't just YouTube a video and understand it. You don't it's important stuff. And for those kinds of classes, I don't feel at all like I'm getting scammed. Those professors worked very hard throughout their entire life to craft their expertise on this subject and be able to teach it. And specifically where I go to school, my thermodynamics class is mainly petroleum based, so it's much more applicable to a job I would do in the future. But classes like that are high level, very job specific, I don't feel like I'm getting scammed. I feel like it's a pretty valuable class to go to. But my geology class, Intro to Geology 101 and Geology Lab 102. I'm gonna say one word to encompass my geology lab, and I think it's all I need to say. Coloring. As a self-proclaimed intellectual who will probably graduate with a bachelor's in petroleum engineering, I feel a level of disrespect sitting in a classroom and coloring in a book. It is one of the craziest things I've done as an engineer, and it legitimately feels disrespectful. I am paying for that, and it is a class that I need to graduate. It is necessary. I can't not do that. And so, once a week for about 2 hours, I go answer questions out of a textbook like you do in high school and color. If that's not a fucking full-fledged scam, I don't know what is. That should be criminal. That shouldn't be allowed. It's not even taught by a professor at that point. My geology lab, TA, I don't even have a real professor. I've never seen him. It's a TA. So, what the fuck are we even doing? I understand that guy is trying to get his graduate in fucking geology. Useless, by the way. He's trying to get his graduate, whatever. He's super passionate about it. He wants to do it. And he has to teach that class to get his graduate. He's taught us nothing. He explains the basic concept and then says, do the questions in the book. Very similar to a high school class. Ring a bell? You remember sitting in fucking science class answering questions out of the back of the book and coloring whenever it tells you to? Well, that's exactly what it is. And it is just so hard. It's so difficult for me to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm your little bitch and I'm gonna color for you. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here trying to get my goddamn fucking petroleum engineering degree from an accredited university. Yeah, just bend me over and have me color for you. Like, at that point, this isn't even crazy to say. Chop my balls off. Is that crazy to say, to chop my fucking balls off instead of make me color? That's fucking ridiculous. And besides coloring, that's the majority of why I think college might be a scam. The fact that they make you take these classes that are not really related to what you want to do. Like, I can understand the geology in petroleum and like oil and gas. You have to understand the geology for the, you know, formations when you're drilling, to understand porosity, stuff like that. But for me to sit there and color in a textbook, it's a scam. And it's not, they're not trying to hide it, but there's nothing you can do about it. It is a prerequisite to graduate. And it just fucks you. But there are a lot of other reasons why college isn't a scam. Sports. I go to an SEC school. I like going to football games. Hey, maybe I want to go to a volleyball game. Volleyball's fun to watch. Hey, maybe I want to go to a baseball game. You can go to a baseball game, and it's not expensive. You can get whatever, the season ticket for football for like, I think it's like $400. It could be wrong. I honestly don't remember, but it's not that much. It's worth it because you can go to every single home game. And like for basketball, and you can go to every single home game: football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, soccer, if you're into that. I don't even think we have a men's soccer team, but yeah, it's very good value. You get to go to these fun events and tailgate beforehand, meet new people, hang out with your friends. Yeah, that part is 100% worth it. That is, invaluable experience that, one day you'll get to tell your kids, yeah, I went to the game. Yeah, I met your mother at the football game. Yeah, I got hammered at the tailgate and couldn't make it to the game. And then one day you're going to take your kid to a game, and it's going to feel really special because, you used to go to those, and it was like, wow, I used to really enjoy this. I want to, give my kid this experience. And that part's invaluable. The most valuable part, though, of going to college, I just thought of this on the fly. I've thought of all of this on the fly, but just being an alum of an accredited university, especially the one I go to, there are a lot of people in the job market that will go out of their way to hire people from specific universities because they're like known for good students. And that is infinitely invaluable. So if I were to get my degree at, a smaller university that's not really accredited, they don't have much on their resume, I wouldn't, have the same notoriety that I would if I graduate from the school I go to. So that instantly gives you a better footing in the job market, and you get to fucking brag and be like, yeah, I went to this school and I was an engineer at that school. That's pretty cool. That's just like infinite bragging rights. Also, college is super important and worth it because you're gonna find your best friends for the rest of your life, and if you're lucky, you'll find your wife. If you don't fuck yourself over and you don't make stupid decisions, you could find your wife. If you're lucky. The most important thing, though, is try to graduate on time, because I'm not. I'm gonna have to be here for another semester, which is whatever. I would normally have 2 more years left anyway, which is great. I'm super excited for the next 2 years, but I feel like that next fall that I'll have to come back, I won't be super thrilled, because it's like, overall, I think school's pretty valuable. I don't think, unless you are like taking out loans, school is worth it unless you are going into generational debt. If you're able to go to school like I do, where my daddy pays for my school, it's worth it 100%, because you're not losing anything other than time. But there's not really any better place to spend your time at this age than in college. You can, go start working and do whatever, but having a college degree is really good. That is just a valuable thing to have on your resume. But the social experience that you get from college is quite literally invaluable. I'm a completely different person than I was before college, and I think that speaks fucking that speaks volumes to the value of college. But yeah, I think if you have the opportunity to go to school, if you're watching this and you're in high school or whatever, go to college. It will be, if you're not going into generational debt, go to college. It'll be worth it. You'll have a really good time. You'll grow socially exponentially. You'll make great friends. You'll meet some very nice women. There's a lot of them. You have a lot of options, whatever your type is. Hopefully it's Indian, because there's a lot of Indians. Lots of Indians and Asians. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll maybe make a video tomorrow. I know I'm lifting with one of my buddies tomorrow, so maybe I'll make him talk on the camera a little bit like I used to with my friend Austin. But thank y'all very much for watching. I will talk to y'all later.